Well, first of all, let me introduce myself to you. My name is Tony Tin, not Tiny Tim, okay? I'm big today. I'm really happy to be here and with Dr. McMillan to talk about one of our innovative projects is the mobile wellness Qi Gong. Basically, I'm talking about how we can use an iPad on iTunes to learn and practice exercise. Okay, first slide. Now, many of you ask me, hey, Tony, what is Qi Gong? How many of you heard of Qi Gong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, great. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what Qi means and what Gongs mean. They're all in Chinese. The word Qi, that means is life energy. Okay, Gong, that means is cultivation. If I put the two words together, Qi Gong, that means learning how to produce life energy to make you healthy. And this is what Qi Gong is about. Now, Qi Gong basically is a mind and body exercise, focusing on movement and also right postures, breathing, and also harmony and awareness. Now, the history of Qi Gong, it could be date back to the ancient time as early as in Han Dynasty. It's about 2006 BC, between 220 AD. Now, what makes it so interesting is you can see the picture. This is one of the silk paper unearthed in a tomb of the Han Dynasty. The silk paper actually showed there are a picture of 55 figures of different people practicing Qigong. Now, this picture actually depicts how people in ancient China keep themselves healthy by doing exercise. What kind of exercise? Is the Qigong, the cultivation of life energy. Next. Now, Colleen and I, we developed this app, for your iPhone and iPad use. And many of you ask me, hey, Tony, why are you so interested in promoting mobile technology? It could be something else. Well, how many of you have a phone, iPhone? Phone? How many of you have an iPad? Okay, that's good. Now, first of all, I think there are many reasons why I promote using mobile technology to promote wellness. First, have to be pervasive. Pervasive, what I mean is pretty much everybody right now, they have a mobile phone. Mobile phones sometimes have some kind of internet connectivity, right? You can use a phone to go and search information. The most important of all is it's not only as a pervasive device, it's a personal device. It's my device. Only Tony can use it or other people don't use it. So if this is your personal device, for sure you will use it a lot, right? You don't have to borrow it from other people. And the second one have to be to do with ubiquitous. What I mean is ubiquitous is this is something that you can use it anytime or anywhere. For example, right now I have developed an app. If I want to do the exercise, all I need to do is find the little corners, use my app, and then I can start to practice Qigong. I don't really need my treadmill. I don't need to go to a gym in order to practice exercise. And this is your exercise equipment. This is where you can exercise anytime, anywhere, 24/7. Now, another benefit has to be it provides instant delivery and update of health information. Because you're on all the time with your phone or your mobile device, this is where you can receive the most up-to-date information about Qigong. Well, I think what makes it so attractive is affordable. If you want to do exercise, someone is telling me, Tony, I have to go and buy a treadmill. It costs as much as $800 and $1,000 for a good treadmill. And here, if you have a phone or even a tablet, probably $500, $600 or even less, even a mobile phone, you can do it. Another benefit is portable. I cannot carry my treadmill with me when I am on the trip, but I could carry my phone, I can carry my tablet. If I want to do exercise, point my tablet and I can do the exercise, right? Now, another one is really interesting is it also supports those with the special need. When you think about Qigong, is not, it can also for people with some special need, especially people who have to sit on wheelchair. Colleen, can you go and click that link? Just want to show you what some of the studies say about Qigong. Now, there's a lot of study and indicated that Qigong, the Chinese energy healing for physical disability. This is something that if you're sitting on a wheelchair, you can even do the exercise. A lot have to do with movement, the meditation, and the flow of energy. So in other words, you don't really need to have a really big space, you don't really need the whole body. even if you can sit on it, you can practice Qi Gong. Many research show that like it will especially good with people if they have a spinal cord injury and also like with an MS. Okay, Colleen, can you go back, previous exit? Okay, yeah. Okay. Did you, yeah. Okay, click that. Okay, good. Now I'd like to talk like I'm a Chinese now, right? Well, now I'd like to tell a little bit about like, what the Chinese thinks about like healthy bodies. To start with, like, one of the benefits of Qi Gong, according to the Chinese of the East, I want the one before, Colleen, can you? Previous one. Previous slide. Okay. Now, first of all, like, the Chinese believe that like, a healthy body, like, it all depends on the harmony of yin and yang. How many of you have heard of the concept yin and yang? Okay, the concept is really simple. Like, the Chinese is really simple. They believe the whole body make up of 4 elements. The first element is the fire, and then other element is the opposite, is the waters. And then yang, that means like in the female, yang is the male. So in other words, if all of them are in harmony, okay, if they're compatible with each other, you'll be really healthy. Only if you have like, you're starting to feel sick or you have some fatal disease because like, the yin and yang is not balanced. If this is not balanced, then you have like, illness. So the whole idea of Qi Gong is like, by practicing Qi Gong, just like what this master is, it will allow you to balance the yin and yang, the male and female. Now, the next slide. Now, there's another reason why like, Qi Gong is really popular in China, because like one of the benefits is like, is judging the channels, the meridians. Now, the Chinese believe that like in the Chinese human body, it includes of 12 channels. Now, each of them, we say like is a channel. They have 12, lungs, intestine, stomach, heart, small intestine, bladder, and kidney. Now, if one of those channels are blocked, okay, that means the qi, the air will not be able to float, then you have a problem, okay? Now, in order to, to rectify the problems, you can use Qi Gong. What the Qi Gong like, promote is they can follow the channel to guide the energy using the method of, now this is how people practicing Qi Gong, pointing, pressing, clapping, and even slow breathing. So by practicing Qi Gong, like, it could actually like, allow you to fine-tune your channel so that you can live a little bit longer. Now, this is all according like, to the Chinese like, point of view about Qi Gong. Now, next is going to talk about the West.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to what I was talking about earlier, and this is Tony shared with you some of the Eastern philosophy around exercise, and which links to the healthy brain. And I'm going back to the West and how Western medicine sees aging and the healthy brain. And one of the things that we were really interested in when we did our research is what is the association between healthy aging of the brain and exercise? Okay, we wanted to see what that relationship was. So we looked at the material, and I also work at a memory clinic at Winston Park, and I'm responsible for the training of the medical residents and the pharmacy and the social work students. So we did some research there to see what is the minimum amount of exercise that's needed before there's some kind of good benefit to the brain. Okay? So what is the amount of time? And it's actually only 15 minutes a day. So not a long time at all. The other thing that we found out in our research is that it does not have to be like strenuous, cardiovascular, super aerobic, what are some of the like aerobic, I'm trying to think of some of the exercises out there in the gym. Does not have to be like that. It can be low impact, with the focus on the breathing and some of the principles of moving the arms and the legs like Tony just discussed with us, which is the kind of exercise that people as we age are more interested in doing, right? We're less likely to go to a gym and do a high impact aerobic activity for 60 minutes. We found that even 15 minutes of low impact exercise a day results in that concept I talked about earlier, neuroplasticity. What it does, it builds new neural pathways in the brain. And the fancy word for that, I think I have it up here, is, maybe I don't, yes I do. Fancy word for building new pathways in the brain is neurogenesis. Neural, brain, genesis, new. So the exercise that Tony and I are going to demonstrate with you really supports that concept of building new neural pathways in the brain. Okay, Tony? So this is what our app looks like. And we want something really simple to use. So there's just 3 different boxes. Start, you have a personal calendar, and then the settings. And we're going to explain each one of these with you. But before I do, we have a green, a yellow, and a red color. What does that remind you of? Stoplights. So we did that intentionally because even though, we may not drive as we get older, this is one of the first memories that most people start to drive when they're like 16, 17, like around early or late adolescence. That's one of the first memories that we have. And then if you've driven for a number of decades, it becomes that word consolidated in our hippocampus. So we remember those colors, green, yellow, and red. So everything that we develop, this app is very intentional. It's not just because we like these colors, it's based on evidence. And I'm not going to go through a lot of that fine point, but just basically that we want to show you how this exercise can be done anywhere, anytime, and the most important thing is very simple. You don't have to read a complicated manual to understand how to use it. Okay, Tony? Yeah, okay. One of the things we found out when we did the research at long-term care facilities is that there was an association or like a relationship or a link between how you feel, like your mood, and how much exercise you were getting. So we found out the less exercise somebody does, or no exercise, the more likely they are to feel sad or depressed, depending on the individual. So what we built into our app is this pre-evaluation. Basically, you see the little happy faces? Okay. The happy faces are asking you, before you do the exercise, how do you feel? How do you feel today? Do you feel bad? Do you feel, I can't read that, Tony, it's too small.
Moderate.
Moderate? Do you feel like okay?
Yeah.
Do you feel good?
Great.
Or do you feel great? So depending on how you feel, any one of those 4, you click on to the happy face and it records it for you. Okay? And I'm just going to go back to this previous slide. The happy faces, again, everybody likes to see the happy face, but the happy faces was actually chosen on research done by UNICEF, who uses the happy faces to rank mood on depression scales. So again, everything that we've done is evidence-based and it's based on research. Okay, thanks, Tony. The next thing that pops up for you is a calendar. So depending on the happy face that you chose and the day that you're using it, it will come up as either a not such a good day or, you know what, a really great day. And this is just to help you to see through something really simple, the happy face. Are these exercises making you feel better? Are they making you feel the same? Hopefully they're not making you feel worse. But it's a little kind of calendar, just your personal calendar to say, you know, this is how you're doing by doing these exercises. Okay? So the exercises are videos that, this gentleman is Master Ho, and he was kind enough to let us use, he's world-renowned, Tony, is he not? Master Ho, Tony has met him. And he's kind enough to actually let us use his videos that demonstrate this exercise that Tony just told you about. And we're actually going to invite each one of you to do one of these exercises with us today, just to show you how easy it is. Okay. Tony? What our calendar says is that we know that you have lots of things going on, and you may not always remember, oh, gee, I have to do an exercise. So in the app, you pick the days you want to exercise, and you pick the times you want to exercise, depending on your schedule. And what happens after you pick the day and the time, it will remind you that, okay, it's time to exercise with a little, it's like a little bell. So you're in control of when you want to do the exercise and when you want to schedule them into your day. These are just some more health benefits. I think I covered them in the first slide or the first presentation, Tony. And what we'd like you to do, we'd like to show you a demonstration of the actual app now. So Tony's going to, so click start. We're going to see what's our mood like today. We're going to pick one of the moods. Okay. And then we're going to do the exercise.
Chinese health Qi Gong, Ba Duan Jin. Ready form. Take a step to the left. Feet shoulder width apart. Bend the knees. In front of the abdomen. Stand straight comfortably. Breathe naturally. Keep calm. Concentrate on Dan Tian. Holding the hands high with palms up to regulate the internal organs. Push the hands upwards. Drop them down. Push the hands upwards. Drop them down.
Okay, Tony, maybe just leave it on the next slide. I'll just explain. Okay.
So we can stop here on this next slide?
I was just going to explain the slide with the two faces on it. The calendar, the pre and post. Okay. Oh, Tony's just showing that you can decide whether you want to do it every day, what days of the week, how often you want to do it. It's totally up to you. There you can adjust the time that you want. Tony's choosing around 10 o'clock, 10:05.
By the way, Master Ho is almost 78 years old now, and is still teaching Qi Gong to people once a week.
Maybe just, yeah. This is, just stop there, Tony, for a second. Okay. No, go back to the happy faces. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just leave it there for just a second. Oh. Stop. Yeah, just push stop. Great, okay. All I want to show you is how this would look. So on a daily basis, you would show how you felt, your mood, before you start the exercise. And then it will take you back to you rank your mood after the exercise. So on a week, you can see, has there been any change in your mood? Okay. And it's linked to the exercises. Okay, thanks, Tony. That's all I wanted to say about that. Okay. Oh, did you want me to read this? Okay. So I guess what we want to say is that, what we've tried to do is to show you through the first part of the presentation with those kind of cerebral exercises, and then with the more physical exercises from Master Ho, that it's really about a lifestyle. We're really encouraging you to think about some of the things that we shared with you in terms of a lifestyle, in terms of supporting a healthy brain. And these specific exercises, there is, like I said, empirical evidence to show that it does things like lengthen the spine. Okay? It does sharpen the breathing, and it also helps to relax you by clearing the mind. So it's very holistic. Okay? And I think that's our last slide. Oh, no, we don't. Like I said, we're wondering if you would like to participate with Tony and I in one of the exercises.
Okay, before we exercise, I would like to give each of you a gift. Besides, we have the iPad version, we also have a CD, DVD version. So you can put it, in your, CD player. It will play. Now, maybe after we finish the exercise, I will give each of you a CD as a gift, and you can try it at home. The app will be available soon. We are sending our app to the iTunes store for approval. So once approved, I will let everybody know if you leave your email address, and then you can actually go and download for free, from the iTunes store. Now I just want to show you how, you could run the CD. Let's say you have CD players, you put it in. Now it will automatically pop up if you have a CD player or DVD players. In my case, I'm using a computer. It's really simple. For example, if I can go and click Open Octo Play, I selected my DVD player. This is what you will see. When you put your CD-ROM in, you will have a menu. Okay, now, if you go and click play, it will play in also different chapters. So I think, Colleen, maybe we could try practice using the CD. Okay. We just want to do one exercise.
Okay. Are people comfortable with trying it with us? There's no right or wrong, you don't have to be an expert, yeah.
Qi Gong.
Now you can kind of follow. It's really simple. It's just a type of preparation.
Feet shoulder width apart. Bend the knees. Hold the ball with the arms in front of the abdomen. Stand straight comfortably. Breathe naturally.
Breathe naturally.
Calm. Concentrate on
your middle stomach.
Holding the hands high with palms up to regulate the internal organs. Push the hands up.
Wow, doing really well.
Drop them down. Push the hands upwards. 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 Drop them down. Raise the hands. Posing as an archer, shooting both left
Now,
and right.
you can see how nice it is. The posture.
Draw the bow.
A little bit difficult.
Hold up the wrists. Draw the bow.
You can see how nice the gesture and posture is compared to other different exercise.
Hold up the wrist. Draw the bow. Withdraw the left foot. Hold up the wrist. Draw the bow. Withdraw the right foot.
Okay, we'll stop here now. They got some ideas. What do you think? Yeah? Oh, I see. But you can see how beautiful the movement and posture is with the music. Like, you know, and I think this is really an art. Now, what I would do is, I like to give everybody a gift. Then you could, all of you said, like, you know, and you could try it. That's just the first one, a little bit of exercise. They're not really heavy, right? You can even sit on it and do it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. What do you think about Qi Gong?
I love it.
You love it? Yeah?
The point is, it's not hard on the joints. It's not. There's no impact. A lot of it is just posture, and breathing and extension, right? So. No, gentle. Yeah, you don't want anything like pounding, right?
And there's also like, you know, a lot of books you can borrow from the library. This is the one, like, you know, I read a lot. It's really interesting, but it really is a good read. It's talk about the history, the philosophy. Like, actually, I got it from a used book sale for 5 cents to collect all those books. So this is a good one you can find in the library. Now, if you're asking about, hey, Mr. Tony, what are some of the evidence-based? This is one of the booklets, like, published by the International Health Qi Gong Association. There's a lot of study to talk about what are some of the benefits, like, of Qi Gongs, and most of them you can see are Western scholars. So this will be it's really interesting to find out all of this actually as an evidence-based, like, to support wellness.
Where do we access that?
You have to email me. I have to photocopy and send it to you. But the book, actually, you can get it from the library. This is probably a classics about Qi Gong. Okay, there's another one, actually, in Master Hall lent it to me. And even talking about, like, how do you do the exercise? If you read the video, you want, like, more, like, information. So this is a good one. Okay, you can email me, and I will email you like where you can find more additional reading as a good librarian. Okay, provide more information about Qi Gong. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it to be here. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Colleen and Tony. It's been a wonderful session. I think the motivation behind offering this series of presentations is really to empower us in our own health and well-being. And I think that you truly have helped to empower us this morning with the learning that we've acquired and the opportunity of learning. I really like the gentleness and of the exercise. So hopefully, and I think next big session is going to build on this one beautifully, because we're going to have Pat Spadafora from the Sheridan Elder Research Center present, and they're going to present some of the findings about dance and how that benefits not only the body but the brain as well, and other forms of exercise as well. So I think each session is going to build on the previous one beautifully. And Colleen and Tony, you got us off to such a great start. So thank you so much. And I know that you both have such demanding schedules, and so for them to take time out of their schedules to do this for us was really a bonus. I think some of the posters and brochures mentioned lunch, so I do have tickets here if anyone would like a ticket. This entitles you to how many courses? 2 sides, 1 entree, 2 sides, and a beverage in the cafeteria for $5.55, and you pay them in the cafeteria. You just take this ticket with you. Usually some of us gather at the same table and continue conversation if anyone's free to do that. Please pick up a ticket from me and join us for conversation over lunch. If not, I hope I see all of you back next week. So thank you for coming today.